Magandang araw mga bata! Ako si Ma'am Regine, ang teacher mo sa math. Today we will be learning about Introduction to Statistics. This is a lesson for Grade 7 Mathematics under Quarter 4, Lesson 1. Kaya tara na, and let's do the math. We may not notice it, but statistics plays a very vital role in our daily life. Tulad ng nangyayari sa ating education ngayong panahong ito, new normal of education, wherein yung nakasanayan natin na education sa mga schools na pag tayo ay mag-aaral, dapat papasok tayo sa school, this is transferred to everybody's homes. So nakakapag-aral na tayo ngayon ng itong normal education na ito sa mga bahay-bahay. And this is what we call distance learning. And for distance learning, it may be either modular distance learning, making use of modules, yung mga printed modules natin, or pwede rin naman na ito ay online distance learning wherein we're using online platforms para tayo ay makapag-continue ng pag-aaral. Itong dalawang uri ng pag-aaral na ito during the new normal at marami pang mga iba't ibang paraan ay mga modes of learning in the new normal. Ito ay ang ating i-consider as subject area. Dahil marami tayong subject area, for mode of learning, ito yung mga iba't ibang modes of learning. Paano ba tayo makakapagpatuloy ng pag-aaral ngayong new normal of education? Aside from this, marami pa tayong iba, but we'll be focusing on these two. At kada subject area, pwede tayong makapag-formulate ng mga problem statements. For problem statements, we can write it in two forms. Either ito ay in a question form or in a sentence form. This time, gagamit tayo ng questions muna. So for this mode of learning in the new normal as our subject area, one of the questions that we can formulate as a problem statement is that in your school, how many students are taking the modular modality of learning? Aside from that, pwede rin naman nating itanong, how many are studying online? Another related question to that is, do all your classmates have internet access at home? There are a lot more problem statements that we can formulate under this subject area. These problem statements are inquiries that require information or data needed for the particular purpose. Another example we have here, COVID-19 vaccination. Ito yung ating subject area, and for this subject area, we can formulate some problem statements. Ito naman ay in a form of a sentence. First, I want to know the number of individuals that are willing to be vaccinated and those that are not. Pwede rin naman, I want to know the reasons why some do not want to be vaccinated. So aside from these, napakarami pa nating pwedeng ma-formulate na problem statements kung ang ating subject area ay patungkol sa COVID-19 vaccination. Tandaan lamang na ang mga problem statements, ito yung mga tanong tungkol doon sa subject area na nais bigyang kasagutan ng researcher. These two subject areas that we just mentioned and a lot more other subject areas in other fields use statistics. It deals with the science of collecting, organizing, interpreting, and analyzing data. And what is statistics for? Statistics has many purposes that it serves. And its primary purpose is that it aids in decision making. How does it do that? First, it allows comparison of quantities. Say for example, meron tayong dalawang quantities na ating kino-compare together. Tulad ng ating example kanina, modular or online learning. Once we are able to apply statistics in that specific subject matter, we're able to compare the quantities. Aside from that, it also provides estimation of a known quantity. So, ang statistics ay hindi lamang sa pagko-compare ng mga known measurement of quantities. It can also provide an estimation of quantities that have a known measurement. Lastly, it gives explanation to actions that has taken place. Say for example, nagkaroon tayo ng survey or data gathering sa isang lugar. Ilan dito ang gustong magpabakuna at ilan dito ang not willing na magpabakuna. So yun yung action that has taken place. And because of that, once we're able to apply statistics, tayo ay nakapag-collect, organize, interpret, and analyze ng data about that specific subject matter about COVID vaccination, we're able to decide on our future actions. And all these can be made possible because of the data. Data are units of information, often numeric, recorded, and used for the purpose of analysis. Once we're able to collect ample size of data, relevant data na kailangan natin dun sa specific research study natin, pwede na natin itong i-organize. At once organized na ito, we can interpret these data and analyze them so that we can decide on a specific matter. And because statistics aids in decision making, its purpose is also to solve problems. But how can statistics solve problems? We have here some situations. First, we have situation 1 about academic performance. Luisito, a grade 7 student, would like to know if his academic performance improved from the first quarter to the second quarter. He decided to ask his advisor to show him his report card. Ito ang report card ni Luisito. It includes his grades per subject and per quarter. Based on the data on the report card, we can answer some of the questions about Luisito's academic performance. First, did Luisito perform with improvement in the second quarter? In this case, the answer is yes. Because from 85, ito yung kanyang general average for the first quarter, naging 87 ito for quarter 2. Therefore, since may pagtaas yung kanyang grades, overall, we can say that Luisito's academic performance improved over the 2 quarters. Aside from that, individually, yung kanyang mga grades per subject, mapapansin natin na lahat ay mas mataas talaga yung kanyang quarter 2 grades compared to quarter 1. Kaya naman, nagre-reflect ito sa kanyang overall general average. Question number 2, what data on the report card will prove that Luisito performed better? In this report card, the data that is telling us about academic performance is the grades and the grade average, which is the data that is written in numeric form. That is why ang sagot natin dito ay yung kanyang grades and the general average. Last question, what is the purpose of grade average? Well, grade average serves as the numerical equivalent of the total performance for the quarter. In this case, Luisito got 87 on the second quarter, which is higher than that of his grade average from the first quarter, which is only 85. This means that Luisito performed better in the second quarter. Another situation, weather reports. Melinda and her high school friends will attend a 3-day field trip to Manila. As they are planning for the trip, Melinda would like to know if the weather will be fair for the next 3 days. She decided to watch the local weather news. Ito yung weather news na pinanood ni Melinda. Based on the weather report, we can answer some of Melinda's questions. If the 3-day trip will start on Friday, how will you describe the upcoming weather? From this weather report, ang titignan natin dito ay yung 3 days from Friday, Saturday, and Sunday dahil ito yung 3 araw ng trip ni Melinda at ng kanyang mga kaibigan to Manila. In a weather report, what we're primarily looking at is the possible chance of raining or the possible chance of having a fair weather, lalo na kung tayo ay may lakad, say in this case, 3-day field trip to Manila. That is why chance of precipitation in a data is very important in weather reports, and this is often expressed in percentages. In this case, from Friday, Saturday, Sunday, ito yung ating possible na chances of raining. 40% for Friday, ganun din ang Saturday and Sunday. Ito ay yung mga temperature natin in degrees Celsius and degree Fahrenheit. Ito yung ating chances of raining. Looking at the chance of precipitation from this weather report for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we can say that there is a 40% chance of rain showers for the next 3 days. And what does this 40% chance of precipitation for the next 3 days mean? It means that there is a relatively average possibility that there will be rain showers for the next 3 days. Is it important to know the weather conditions during outdoor activities? Si Melinda at ang kanyang mga kaibigan ay may field trip to Manila, which may include many outdoor activities. In this case, yes, it is very important to know the weather conditions, especially if there will be planned outdoor activities. Because with these data, Melinda may decide if she needs to bring an umbrella or a raincoat, or if she may even decide to cancel the trip because it will possibly rain outside and that they may not be able to enjoy the outdoor activities. Another situation 3 for exchange rates. Mrs. Flores has just claimed a remittance from her bank account amounting to $100. She would like to convert the money to pesos, and the following exchange rates were posted in front of her bank, and the other is in a money exchange office. Ang exchange rate sa bank na malapit sa kanya ay per $1, may katumbas ito na 48 pesos and 50 cents. Sa money changer naman, for every $1, ang katumbas nito ay 49 pesos and 50 cents. Based on these data, which will Mrs. Flores choose, the rate offered by the bank or the money changer, and why? So looking at this exchange rates of the bank and the money changer, mas malaki yung palitan dito sa money changer kasi per $1, ang katumbas nito ay 49.50 compared sa bank na 48 lang. Therefore, from these data alone, Mrs. Flores would choose to exchange the remittance sa money changer as compared to bank dahil mas malaki yung makukuha niya kung sa money changer. Another question, if the money changer is located right away, that will cost her to spend 150 pesos. Will it still be a better decision to convert the money to the money changer? For number 2, in this case, we'll have to consider the transportation allowance, 150 pesos. Sa bank, kung si Mrs. Flores ay magpapapalit ng kanyang pera na $100 multiplied to 48.50, ang makukuha niya ay 4,850 pesos. Versus, if she will have it exchanged in a money changer, yung $100 niya multiplied to 49 pesos and 50 cents, magiging 4,950 pesos. So, mas malaki yung sa money changer. However, we need to take into consideration yung babgastusin niya na 150 pesos for transportation. Yung money changer ay located right away. Meaning, kailangan niya pang sumakay. Let's say, itong 150 ay balikan na. Whereas yung bank ay hindi na kailangang sumakay pa. Let's say, ang bank ay walking distance lamang at hindi kailangang mamasahe. In this case, kung sa money changer si Mrs. Flores magpapapalit ng kanyang $100, yung 4,950 niya ay mababawasan ng 150 para sa pamasahe. Kaya yung 4,950 ay magiging 4,800 na lang, 4,800. In this case, the better choice is exchanging the remittance in a bank dahil mas malaki yung kanyang makukuha, 4,850 versus dito sa money changer na 4,800 na lang. Considering the transportation allowance of 150 pesos. Is it important that you compare the exchange rates of money changers? Yes, because in converting foreign currency bills, it is important to canvass first what are the available exchange rates near your place. Also, consider other expenses such as transportation allowance, possible transaction fees, and the others so that you can get a better exchange of your money. From these 3 situations, we're able to look into the functions of statistics. Primarily, statistics aids in problem solving. But the question is how? First, it helps in collecting appropriate quantitative data. Ang statistics, it's all about collecting, organizing, interpreting, and analyzing data. Data which is often in numeric form. So there is a measurement. Once we're able to collect ample amount of relevant data to what we are searching for, it will help us in providing a better understanding and exact description of a phenomenon of nature. So for each subject matter, after natin makakuha ng data, which is often and better if it's in numeric form, we can now understand each subject matter and we can even describe them. It also helps us in proper and efficient planning of a statistical inquiry in any field of study. It also helps us in presenting complex data in a suitable tabular and graphic form for an easy and clear comprehension of the data. Well, we are conducting our study for a specific subject matter at marami tayong makukuha ng mga data. What we need to do is to organize them and present them in a way where it will be easier to understand for those people who will use that specific data. It may be in tabular or graphic form, whichever is suitable. And it also helps in drawing valid inferences along with a measure of their reliability about the population parameters from the sample data. And this is what statistics is mainly all about. It aids in problem solving through a well-informed decision making by looking at valid and reliable data. And how can we get the necessary data? We have to use a statistical instrument. It's a tool that researchers use to collect the needed data for a specific study or subject matter. One of the most common statistical instruments is the survey questionnaire. This is an example of a simple survey questionnaire. This part here at the top is what we call as the introduction. There are three main parts of a survey questionnaire. The first one is the introduction. This gives the respondent the survey topic, which is what the topic is all about, and what to do with the survey. So for introduction, kung mapapansin natin, ito yung ating introduction, nasa taas yan. Good day, this is a survey on the health conditions of our children ages 3 to 10 years old in our barangay. Kindly answer the following questions. Thank you. In the introduction part of a survey questionnaire, the researcher introduces what this survey is all about, what is this for, and how to answer this survey questionnaire. Ito yung ating survey topic. This is what the entire research is all about. And in this introduction part, inilalagay din dito kung ano ang dapat gawin ng mga respondents dito sa survey questionnaire na ito. In this case, yung instruction nila ay i-fill out lamang itong mga tanong dito to answer the questions. Another part of a survey questionnaire is the profile of the respondents. The profile of the respondents are usually written in the part 1 of the survey, where it asks the respondents certain important personal details, some of which can be optional. That is, the respondent is allowed not to give that particular information, such as the name. So ito yung ating part 1 for the profile of the respondents. Usually sa mga researches, hindi talaga ini-include yung names to avoid bias, except if it is really necessary for the study na kailangan nandun yung name, kaya kailangan siyang isulat. But in most parts or in most researches, the name is optional. Pwede rin ilagay dun yung sex, whether the respondent is a male or a female, yung age. Aside from these three, pwede pang magdagdag rito ng iba pang mga tanong tungkol sa respondents na kailangan doon sa research. For example, monthly income, level of education, and so on. Depende doon sa kailangan ng mga i-gather na data ng specific na research. And this part here is what we call the questions. The questions that the respondents need to answer are usually written in the part 2. It is the list of question items which can be either open-ended or closed-ended questions. Pag sinabi nating closed-ended questions, tulad nitong ating example, there is a specific objective answer for that question. Isa lang yung magiging sagot. Pag sinabi naman na open-ended, meaning you are asking for the opinion of the respondent. Ito ay usually in a type of essay. Ito ay subjective and there may be no right or wrong answer for these specific questions. You can present your questions whichever way you prefer. Tulad nito, pwedeng isulat ng mga respondents yung kanilang sagot or pwede rin na mag-tick na lang sila ng boxes or mag-shade ng mga bilog. Whichever the researcher thinks is suitable for the survey questionnaire. Kahit ano pa man iyong way of presenting questions in a specific survey questionnaire, these questions must be always relevant to the survey topic so that the researcher can gather valid and reliable data from these survey questionnaires. And that's it for our video for today, mga bata. Give this video a thumbs up kung natulungan kayo nito sa inyong lesson. Also, feel free to comment, subscribe to my YouTube channel, ang Teacher Mo sa Math, for more grade 7 content. Turn on the notification bell para lagi kayong updated kung meron na tayong bagong video. And of course, don't forget to share this video para mas marami pa akong mga grade 7 na batang tulad mo ang maabot at maturuan. Dahil ako si Ma'am Regine.